He could go and see a Lord of the Rings marathon with me and cut out halfway through Return of the King. I remember those times.
Oh, those were the days, Brick. Those were the days.
Bastard.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
poo.
Sooner or later, he'll be able to hang out with us again.
Yeah, he just needs to get high enough where he can have other people do his work for him.
That's true. That's true. So go promotions. Go promotions. Hello. And welcome everybody to the Lobbycast. Episode 299, Brick. 299.
You almost
that means
did 199.
I almost did 199 because I couldn't believe that it was almost 300.
Almost.
Who's absolutely not sponsoring us this week?
Mass Effect.
Absolutely not sponsored by Mass Effect this week, folks.
Absolutely not.
Or BioWare.
Or BioWare, considering they make Mass Effect. It wouldn't make much sense for a fictional video game to be
or Electronic
sponsoring
Arts.
or not sponsoring us. True.
Also
True.
not sponsored by Electronic Arts. Okay.
That pretty much does it, considering you're not drinking anything.
No.
You're not wearing anything.
I should have a hot chocolate, but I do not have a hot chocolate.
You should have a hot alcohol chocolate.
Oh, that would be nice.
Wouldn't it, though?
It'd be so nice, Brick.
Grandpa's old cough medicine and your hot chocolate.
That's right. All right. Well, this is let's see. Today is the 15th of November, which pretty much makes our 300th episode of the Thanksgiving episode, right?
Sure.
Ish.
Well, no, because Thanksgiving's not this week. Oh, you said the 300th episode. Yeah. I guess it does.
I don't know, Brick.
I need to pay attention to what you're saying.
Should we get into some news before this spirals out of control?
Is there news?
There's a little bit of news. I mean, if you're all in on Microsoft digital products, then there's a fancy deal out right now. It's the mega subscription. It includes Xbox Music, Xbox Live, Office 365, and Skype World Unlimited, or Unlimited World.
Unlimited World?
I don't know what that is.
How much?
The entire subscription is $200 a year.
$200 a year.
Well, Office 365 is $100.
So
Xbox Music is $100. Xbox Live is $60.
Xbox Music's $100?
Yeah.
For a year?
Yeah.
Pooh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good.
It's good and stuff. And then
it's good if you have a Windows phone.
And then, Brick. And then Skype Unlimited World is $160 a year. So it does save you about $220 if you go with the massive.
Yeah, but you'd better need all of those.
Yeah. See, it would never work for me because I'm just Xbox Music and Xbox Live.
Right. I mean, I need Office on occasion, but
not the subscription version. Everybody is probably just as well off using the 4-year-old version that they have on their computer already.
Right. I never would ever need Skype Unlimited World.
You don't even know what it is. Maybe you need it and you just don't know.
I very seriously
Rick, you don't even know.
I don't even know, but I very seriously doubt that.
I imagine that it's unlimited calling with international access.
That's what it sounds like.
That'd be my guess.
And considering I don't know anyone outside of the grand United States, that's not necessary for me.
It's not for you.
No, it's not for me.
I'm sure it's a swell service. It's not for you.
And considering I have been using Xbox Music less and less, that's even not really.
Oh, I use it all the time, Brick.
Oh, I know you do, but
yeah.
I used to use it a lot. I just haven't been using it a lot lately.
Right, because you've been on your Foo Fighters thing.
Yeah.
Doing that thing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, see. Oh, Oh, here's something that you'll be interested in.
Quentin.
Yeah, Quentin
Yep.
Tarantino has announced that The Hateful Eight will be his last movie.
No,
I don't believe it.
no. He said his 10th movie will be his last, which will be.
Isn't The Hateful Eight his 10th movie?
No, it is his 9th.
Oh. What's his 10th? Has he made any announcements?
From what IMDb says, it is Faster Pussycat Kill Kill, which is a remake of an old exploitation film from, I believe, the 70s. But I don't think he's officially announced that yet. I think that's just speculation because he said at one point that was something he wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
Was that
I gotcha.
there's no cast or anything for it yet, obviously, because he's still working on The Hateful Eight. But the Hateful Eight, I counted it up. The Hateful Eight's his 9th.
Okay. So his list would be Reservoir Dogs.
Yep.
Pulp Fiction.
Hang on. No, he didn't do. I think Jackie Brown was before Pulp Fiction, wasn't it?
Well, I'm not doing them in order. I'm just listing.
You're just listing.
Yeah. Okay, Jackie Brown.
So that's 3.
Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2.
That's 4 and 5.
Inglourious Bastards.
That's 6.
And okay, Hateful Eight. Yeah.
7. Django.
Oh, Django Unchained. Yeah.
Is 8, and Death Proof is 9.
Death Proof. Yeah. How about that?
Because he's directed other things, like he's directed single episodes of television shows and stuff like that. But and he had a little small film. I don't know if he counts that in 4 Rooms, like because 4 Rooms was a movie that a bunch of different directors collaborated on. So I don't know if he counts that.
Him, Robert Rodriguez, and who are the other 2?
That's a good question. But if he counts that, then yes, The Hateful Eight would be his 10th for sure. But if he doesn't count that, then it's Alexander Rockwell and Allison Anders are the other 2.
Okay.
But if he doesn't count that, then The Hateful Eight would be his 9th. And I don't think he would count that because it's not a full film.
Right.
So.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Well, I think that's the news. What have you been listening to, my good man?
Why don't you go first?
I will go first.
In non-traditional format. Why don't you go first? And then I'll go.
All right. I have been listening to Shuffle in the car. I've also been listening to the stand-up comedy radio station here in town. And I've been listening to This American Life and Hollywood Babylon with Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman.
Nice.
Yeah. I spoke slowly so that you would have time to attend to.
That's a solid list. There. That's a solid.
It was a small list. That's why I had to. Slowly.
That's why you have
slowly
to
and deliberately
speak as in the Pawnee Public Radio. Exactly. While delivering your list.
Exactly.
As for me,
you don't have to do that.
Okay. I listen to Freakonomics radio. Too much of it, I'll say. That's probably fair.
Okay.
Because I've been listening to current episodes as well as when those are over, feeling overwhelming sadness and going back and listening to backlogged episodes. And
I know that pain.
And there's a lot that I listened to, but the most recent one that I just finished on the way here was Think Like a Child. Have you heard that one before?
Right.
Great. Really great. I mean, super interesting, how children, how their minds work.
Yeah.
How they can they're able to focus on multiple things at once,
right,
to problem solve, because their minds are like these just big sponges that are just soaking up everything, whereas we adults focus on one thing and it's really hard to get us to focus on multiple things at the same time.
Yeah. I like the thing about the magicians.
Yeah.
How the children can figure out the tricks and adults can't.
Yeah. Yeah, like the children were figuring out his tricks in no time, and the adults just couldn't grasp it whatsoever. And it was so simple once you found out, but the kids just latched onto it like that, like
Right.
the handkerchief in the thumb, and it just had this thing that's super obvious on his thumb. I've seen him before, just like the super obvious thumb cover. And the kids immediately was like, yeah, he's putting the handkerchief in the thumb thing, you know. And the adults are like, what? But yeah, Freakonomics Radio, as always, is really, really good. Then I listened to twice Sonic Highways.
Excellent.
The new Foo Fighters album. I listened to it once on vinyl at home, and then I listened to it again on the way to your place of business because it was taking me a long time to get there.
Right.
But it's my favorite album that is out right now. It's my favorite album of the year. Might be my favorite Foo Fighters album. And that's saying a lot because the Foo Fighters have a lot of really good albums.
It's true.
But the reason that I think it is because of the television show. You know, because you get an insight into every episode represents a song on that album.
Yeah.
And so you get an insight to these songs that you never get otherwise.
Right.
And it really makes a difference, you know, because the lyrics mean more to you. You know, the sound of each track has its own identity with the city that they were in. It makes a huge difference.
That's cool. So I need to both see and hear this album.
Yeah, and it's really great. It's really great. I love the album. Love it so much.
So much?
So much.
So much.
Yeah. Like Dave Grohl's the man. I mean, like, it's such a good album. But anyway, that's it for me. Just those two. Just Freakonomics Radio and Sonic Highways.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into what you watching. There's a couple of things in here we need to talk about.
There is. So I'll go through the ones that we won't be talking about together.
Okay.
I attended the Alamo on Sunday for the South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut quote along.
How awesome was it?
So awesome, because their special drink was the punch and pie.
Of course it was.
And it came in a commemorative La Resistance glass, which is so awesome. But it's really great, you know. And it wasn't that many people. I was shocked that there wasn't a ton of people there.
What?
You know? Yeah, it was like, I think there was maybe 4 full rows total.
Oh.
In the theater. Which, in comparison to the other quote along that I went to, it was a packed theater, which was last night, and I'll get to that.
Right.
But it was awesome. You know, I haven't seen that movie in a little while, and you know, listening to an entire crowd recite those songs.
Yeah,
there's something special about that. And then I watched Foo Fighters Sonic Highways. Obviously not the latest episode because I struggle to watch those. And it's not because it's terrible. As everyone knows, I love the show. It's because I want to preserve it for as long as I can.
Well, you'll just get it on DVD or Blu-ray after.
Oh, I will, for sure. But the third episode was in Nashville. And it was talking about, you know, like the Grand Ole Opry and all of the great country music that's come out of Nashville. And it focused a lot on like the Zac Brown band for modern country, like being one of the country music artists that's actually still good country, you know, because those don't exist a lot, you know, which I can't remember who said it. I can't remember if it was like Emmylou Harris or Willie Nelson, somebody that they were talking to, that essentially said that the new country music for the most part is just pop music with a twang. And that's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
It's nothing more than that. It's your run-of-the-mill Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, but it's got a Southern accent to it. And it's so sad because country music didn't used to be like that. I mean, with people like, Johnny Cash and Emmylou Harris, Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton, even, they were actually good stories of songs. And that's what country music should be, it should be
both types, both country and Western.
Right. And that's something that country used to do, and still kind of does with certain people. It tells a story. Each song tells a story with music to it, and there's not a whole lot of other genres that really do that.
Right.
That tell this poetic story from beginning to end. I mean, I'm not saying that no other genres tell stories, because obviously they do, but it's not in the same way.
Right.
But yeah, it was really good. I mean, the interviews with all the older country artists and everything was really fun. And then I went to see Interstellar again in 70 millimeter.
And
it's really cool in 70 millimeter. I mean, if you don't mind paying $18 for a ticket, it's really, really cool in 70 millimeter. And the thing about it is that it was shot in 70 millimeter. And it is 49 reels weighing in at over 600 pounds of film for the 70 millimeter production of Interstellar. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. I have a newfound respect for projectionists. But yeah. I mean, it looked really good, because the only place I think around here that's even showing it is the Colorado Boulevard United Artists IMAX. That's showing
the Colorado Center. Yeah.
I mean, there's a few more IMAX in the state that are showing it in just the run-of-the-mill digital IMAX, which I'm sure is fine, but
sure it's lovely.
I'm sure it's okay, But it was really cool to get to see it in 70 millimeter like that, and it's a great movie. I loved it even more the second time, I think.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh God, Geoff, we're gonna have to do this.
I know. I also have been a little short on time. My boss has been out of town, so I had to work more this week. I have to work much less next week.
Well, perhaps we can make it to the Alamo at some point and see it.
Cool.
But and then the other two that you would not be involved in the conversation with was I rewatched Firefly this week in preparation for last night, which was the Serenity quote along at the Alamo.
Right.
And that was a packed house. That must have been sold out, because there was a ton of people, and it was really fun, because obviously it's the quote along, but they gave us cap guns at the door to shoot at Reavers. It was awesome. So every time there's a Reaver on screen, the whole theater just is really, really fun. But it's a good movie, I mean, but you really have to be a fan of Firefly to like it.
Yeah.
If you're not a fan of Firefly or you're not a fan of Serenity, you're not going to like one or the other.
Yeah.
It's pretty much how it goes. But I love Joss Whedon's idea of, having this really cool space Western,
Yeah.
It's awesome. But that's it for those. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's do...
Or do you want to do your list that I'm not involved in, and then we'll go?
Okay. We'll do that.
All right.
Okay. I watched an episode of At Midnight, which was Chris Hardwick's You Win the Internet show.
Oh, I'm familiar. Which one did you watch? Who were the guests?
It was Rob Corddry, Allison. Oh, what is her name? I don't remember offhand. It was season 2, episode 1.
Okay, all right.
Basically, Rob Corddry's funny. So is Allison, whatever her name is. I have no idea.
Hayslip?
No,
not her.
No,
okay.
not her. Key and Peele. Watched the most recent Key and Peele. That was pretty good. Big
Oh,
Bang
I
Theory.
did too, actually. I forgot. But yeah, really funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my son's got that Benjamin Button's disease. You'll have to excuse him. He's
4 years
four.
old. I'm 4.5.
4.5.
Big Bang Theory, Family Guy, South Park, American Dad. I watched Comic Book Men this week.
Oh yeah, so did I. I just tried to repress it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I just tried to repress that out of my memory because, I'm very, as you well know, I'm very accepting of most nerd culture.
Sure.
All of nerd culture, really.
Yeah.
Except for bronies.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't get on board with that ever. No matter what. There's nothing.
For those of you who are not familiar, bronies are grown-ass men who are fans
of My Little Pony.
Yeah.
And it's like this, I don't want to say huge movement because I don't even want to give them that much credit. Like, it's so weird to me because I'm so prejudiced against bronies.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so against prejudice in most ways, but like,
This is your one.
But bronies, like, I understand, like where other people are prejudiced of things that I'm like, okay, you're just being an ass. You shouldn't be prejudiced of that. I'm like, I don't understand why those people are prejudiced of, like, gay people or whatever.
Right.
But I understand the hatred because of bronies. Like, I feel like I can relate to the hatred, but just different reasons. Yeah. I feel like mine's more justified. It is more justified.
It is. The whole brony thing just reeks of pedophilia.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Like, it's just completely, I think that's why I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Is because
so
it weird. Just like if Sandusky was out of jail, he would have been at that convention.
Do you, like, to showcase how bad it is? I almost think that Japanese tentacle porn makes more sense.
No, it does. That's the thing, is that it does. Like that, I can look at that as stupid and weird and horrible as that is. I can look at that and go, I could see why a few people would like that. but bronies, I can never see how that's a thing that anybody that's not a kid should like. I mean, even if you're a boy and you're a kid, that's okay. But if you are over the age of 20 and you're still...
No, dude, I say if you're over the age of like 12 or 13.
Fair enough. That's even that's even further than mine. But yeah, if you're that's true though. If you're over the age of 12 or 13 and you're still into My Little Pony, dude, there's something you need to talk to a therapist. Okay, I get it. We all have problems that we need to work out. And there's probably some deep-seated thing that's going on that is the reason you like My Little Pony. But you need to figure out what that is. Because if you love it enough to get a tattoo of a pony from My Little Pony anywhere on your body,
you should probably rethink your life.
You definitely need to rethink your life. Not probably. You definitely need to rethink your life.
Yep.
I can't do it. Like, I was struggling through that whole episode.
Let's put up the Emperor hood for this.
I was struggling through that whole episode, and I love Comic Book Men.
Yeah.
I love that show. But, oh, God, that was just rough to watch. Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't do it.
I think Mike Zapsik had the perfect statement there. Dressed up like a bloody veterinarian.
Yeah. That's probably what, if they were going to force me to go to one of those things, is probably where the route that I would have gone. There's no way. Oh, yeesh. Yeah. All right. Okay. Moving on.
Hell on Wheels. is
Okay.
back from its mid-season break.
All right.
No, it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good show.
I'll probably get into it. I still need to finish Deadwood. I never finished that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know.
Finished Deadwood for sure. And okay, well, moving on to the things that we probably should talk about. American Horror Story. Did you watch the most recent episode?
I haven't watched any of the episodes.
Oh crap! That's all right. Well, then that we'll put American Horror Story in my
And
in
the
my
one
last
that does
list.
not involve with both of us.
They're doing this weird timeline shift and fake thing. Like they'll show something happen, and then after that, they'll show that it didn't actually happen. And it's kind of a strange
That's
way to do it. Yeah,
strange.
yeah.
But okay.
And you can't tell if it's like a flash forward or what, or that it's just like a I don't know, it's something that just didn't happen.
Huh.
I have no idea what this last episode was doing. So there was a lot of it from the opening scene to the last. It was a bunch of stuff that didn't actually happen or may have yet to happen. I don't know.
Okay.
It's very strange. All right, so Walking Dead.
All right.
This is following the group that's on their way to Washington D.C. Basically, the group that's following Eugene protecting Eugene on his thing, and they run into some troubles along the way. There's a bunch of stuff in the road and a bunch of zombies and whatnot.
Their bus flips over.
And their bus flips over. I didn't see any real reason for that accident to have occurred, but sometimes you can just apply pressure to the brakes and not swerve and run into things that are on the road.
Sometimes you can do that.
I mean, how fast were they going?
I mean, for them to have crashed like that, they had to be going at least like 70, 80 miles an hour.
Right. But what would have been the smart thing to do
is to just hit the brakes.
Post-zombie apocalypse, would you go really fast when there's a bunch of clutter on the road, or would you go at a reasonable rate?
I would go to reasonable rate.
Right.
45 miles an hour, maybe.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so there's no real reason.
Especially when you're trying to be careful because you have to protect this guy who needs to get to Washington.
To save the world.
Even
though he's full of poo.
Right. And that was the biggest thing, is that Eugene has now disclosed that he does not know how to stop the zombie apocalypse. He just figures that somebody in Washington, D.C. does, and that's where it's going to be the safest place to be.
Right. Which is understandable.
It's understandable, but there you go.
But
so I don't know where that puts us for the rest of it. If they're going to head back to the church, or
see, I was not shocked that
I wasn't.
Full of crap.
No, I wasn't shocked about that either.
I was not shocked at all. Like as soon as we met Eugene, and they were like, "This is the guy that's going to save the world," I was like, "Okay."
Right.
Let me tell you a few things that are wrong with that.
Here we go.
You mean you mean to tell me that you people have been traveling thousands of miles protecting essentially Sling Blade because he's going to save the world?
Right. And where were they traveling from? Where did that group start out?
Texas.
So they haven't even made it that far.
Yeah, they made it to Georgia.
Yeah.
That's a long way, but
you thought about how little I mean, not that they had any particular destination, but Rick and his group, they haven't moved much. They're still in the same general area that they started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've pretty much they're always
around Atlanta.
Yeah, they really haven't tried to travel anywhere though. They've just tried to find a place where they can make a stand,
Yes, yeah.
They've never really been like, "Oh, we have a destination and it's
That's
here."
true.
Yeah. So, it's understandable that they've always just been in Georgia.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true. I can't imagine, if that had been the case here in Colorado, that any of us would have traveled too far away from
No, I
from
don't think we
Denver.
would have at all.
Right.
Eugene be creepy though.
Yeah, that's true.
Just, watching people boning.
Yeah, he does that from the self-help section.
From the self-help section, which was pretty funny.
Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't.
That they didn't gloss over that.
That they called attention to it. Because it's pretty awesome.
And then we both watched Sons of Anarchy.
We did.
And
stuff happened.
Oh no.
Yeah, the first big thing that happened is the elimination of Marcus's
crew.
His crew.
Yeah, which was
like
so badass.
Yeah, his whole security team and his basically his heavies.
I mean, that was amazing.
Everybody that got things done for him.
That was in true Sons of Anarchy form.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Of Jax being 10 steps ahead of the bad guy.
For once, Marcus he hasn't been ahead of Marcus for this whole season. He's been a step behind.
Right, but I mean,
he made up
what
for
was
it?
When they were fighting like the the guy who was like the Aryan Brotherhood or something like that in like the third season, I think it was, or maybe it was the fourth, maybe it was the second season, where it was like that guy who was like, really upstanding citizen taking over charming.
Oh right,
he was always
the land developer.
Yeah, he was always like 10 steps behind that guy, and then all of a sudden it just everything comes together,
Right.
And it was in play all along, but no one could see it except for Jax and the people that he had told.
Right.
But yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. And then
at
the end,
Abel rats out Grandma.
Yeah, and it's the last scene of the show, and of course, we are definitely spoiling things, as you can already tell. Yeah. So, Jax tells Abel that Wendy's his real mom. And so Abel's like, "Oh, is that why Grandma killed my second mommy? So
that my real mommy could be here." And it was beautifully delivered because, like, I never would have guessed that's how they were gonna. I mean, we all knew that Gemma was gonna get outed as killing Tara, but that was a brilliant way to deliver that news. It was awesome. It was so cool.
And Jax, I mean, you could see the wheels turning in his head. He's not even like, "Oh, Grandma didn't kill your mom." He's like, "Oh man."
This makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Like, he's just sitting there like, "Oh, dude, I killed that Asian guy."
Well, not just that. I mean, think about
all the stuff with Lynn and all the problems.
All the things, all the people that died because of that lie.
Oh, God.
Because of that death by understanding or misunderstanding.
Seriously. That was, and like, I do feel bad a little bit for Gemma because, I mean, granted, she should have never done what she did.
Yeah.
But she was just trying to protect Jax. And it was this horrible mistake.
Horrible.
Oh, and now
it was an
Juice
accident.
Is in jail.
Do you know what that means?
That was awesome too, by the way.
I don't feel
it was an accident. Abel, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Which could have been so easily if he was just a little bit older, followed by bitch.
Yeah, I still can't feel bad for Juice. I've hated that character almost from the beginning.
Okay, fair enough. But there's a lot of people. I mean, Bobby's dead. because of that.
Yeah.
Bobby's dead because of that.
And the president of the neighboring chapter, he's dead because
Oh
of
my
that.
God, yeah.
And
so many people.
all the trouble that's going to
pretty much
stir up.
Everyone that died this season was Gemma's fault indirectly.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So dead. She's so dead.
Yeah.
Oh, oh God, it's gonna take a lot for him not to torture and kill her, I think.
Yeah. I think the only person that would defend Gemma in this situation, maybe Tiggs.
Tig?
Maybe.
No.
He loves her.
Yeah, but no, not even him. I mean, it would maybe what is it? What's Jimmy Smith's character's name?
I don't know.
But I don't even know that he would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know that he would even defend her because he's got to have a limit.
And he's been by her through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, even him is going to be like, well, I think I'm just going to go live on that farm now.
Yeah.
You can't come, you know. Bye. Like, if there was one time for him to have a good, valid excuse to wash his hands of Gemma, it would be now.
Yeah.
If he sticks with her through this, there's nothing that he can't do for her.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. It's over for her.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Anything else to talk about with Sons of Anarchy?
Oh.
What do you think's going to happen next? Like, what do you think?
Well, we've got 3 episodes left.
Wow.
So it's gonna be drug out. What's gonna happen next is Jax is, now that he's got the idea, he's gonna make sure that it happened. He's probably gonna go talk to Juice at some point, and he's gonna get proof. He's gonna get hard information from somebody that this is what happened.
Yeah.
And then the second episode is,
how pissed are Lynn and Marcus going to be?
Oh God, they're Jack's gonna have to be like,
"Ooh, my bad.
Sorry, guys."
See, what had happened was.
You see, what had happened was.
Yeah. So, I think it'll. I mean, 3 episodes. I'm hoping that it ends well.
Yeah.
And revealing this to the characters at this point with 3 episodes left, I think there's a lot of
potential to wrap it up
Yeah.
in a very good fashion.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
instead of just saving it for the last episode.
So, is that wrap you're watching?
Wraps my watching.
Okay.
What you playing, Brick?
I haven't played a damn thing.
Wow. Oh, I did go watch and hear
Hell's Bells
last night.
Awesome sauce.
It was great. It was a lot of fun. She let me sing 3 times.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you have been playing Destiny.
I've been playing Destiny
because
I'm digging it. I've been kind of stuck in a spot like right at level 27 for a couple of weeks, 26, 27, right in there. And I didn't realize that all of the gear that I've gotten, I haven't been able to upgrade it because I haven't had the right component pieces. And I didn't realize that not upgrading is what's keeping me at level 27. That the light level also increases with your damage protection.
Yeah, I don't even play it, and I knew that, Geoff.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just armor upgrades because that's all it says.
Oh, okay, all right.
On there, it doesn't say increases your light and your ability to take damage. It just talks about
the
damage
armor
mitigation.
Upgrades. Okay, fair enough.
So, yeah. So now I just have to go to the moon and basically farm helium filaments because I need about 200 of them to upgrade all of my equipment.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm gonna be playing other things eventually.
And I've got those new games and I haven't even opened them, and I may not. I may just keep like returning different ones and getting ones that I'm more likely to like. I mean, a buy two get one free deal is like you pick a couple that you really want that you are going to get around to,
Right, and then there's one.
And then there's one that you just kind of take because it's quote unquote free.
Right, Forza Horizon 2, in other words.
No, I really liked the demo for that.
What was the one that you were
I was
Was it Unity
Collection?
What?
Because I mean, like, what am I really buying it for?
To play Halo.
Yeah, but I'm an outlier fan of Halo.
Oh,
I used to be a huge fan of Halo, but after things like ODST and Halo 3, I just
I'll agree with
4
you on
was
ODST.
okay.
Oh man.
It was just okay.
Right.
The guns felt really good. I remember.
Okay.
They did a good job with the weapons, but it's still just Halo.
Okay. All right.
And it's the same Halo we've already played.
Fine, Jeff.
Fine. Yeah, the only thing that I really want to do is go through and play Legendary co-op and go through all 4.
Yeah. I'll do that with you.
Yeah, we need to get
everyone
knucklehead
to
friends.
Do that. But I just need to get it.
Play.
And I'll get it on Black Friday. No later than Black Friday will I get Master Chief Collection.
Okay. I mean, Jordan's got to play it, right?
Yeah, because
did he pick it up
fan.
already?
I don't know. Probably not. He doesn't have a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to fix that too.
But no later than Black Friday, I will at least have it. And I will totally go through a legendary playthrough of all 4 of them.
Okay. I don't think I've ever done any Halo story with you.
No, I've never done any Halo story with anybody but myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note,
that's the show.
Go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Brick, got anything else to add?
No.
I do love that sweatshirt, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
If there were any hope of there still being some at your work, I would totally have one, but I figure they are gone.
If I can possibly get another one, I will try and get one for you.
Nice.
Because of your affinity for it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
It's nice.
Or whatever, anything that would spruce up the old recording studio or whatever.
Maybe. Okay. We'll see. I've got some things that I
Brick's got connections.
I might even just purchase them for the studio if I can't get them for free because they're so cool and awesome, and I love this company.
Yes, and do let me know because I'd be able to contribute.
All right.
Yes. I didn't know selling or buying was an option.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I thought they just packed and redistributed things.
No, we can buy directly. Yeah.
Uh-huh. At friends and family discounts?
No, I don't think so. Because I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week for episode 300. And man, I haven't had a whole lot of time to organize anything, but we should definitely try and get something put together, Mr. Brick.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Cool. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.